Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch an early 80s horror movie, Scream. Let's check it out. Our movie starts with a nice, pleasant day of rafting down some California lake. They reach some land and they decide to stop.
Looks like this was a housing project
By a ghost town.
Well, I think it's great.
As far as I can see, I certainly don't think you have to worry about your standard 5 o'clock rush hour traffic.
Besides, I'm not taking any chances.
Of what?
They're spending the night in a ghost town.
Now don't tell me you really believe in ghosts. Next thing you know, you'll tell me you believe in the Easter Bunny.
Alright, we got some potential hijinks here with this girl named Janice. I don't know what she's doing, but she's wandering the ghost town at night with a flashlight. Eventually she stops and finds some blood coming from this body.
Well, is somebody going to say something? Somebody here is a murderer.
So they're all a little bit paranoid. They think one of them might be a murderer. I think we just got our second victim. Better close the door. This old guy has victim number 3 written all over him. So they all spent the night there anyway, in spite of the bodies piling up, and the next day, all their boats are gone. So they're stuck there. In this scene, I can't really understand. This chubby guy, Lou, with the Houston Oilers cap, goes into the place where the bodies are being held, and one of them starts to squirm. He ends up running out of there and never speaks of this moment again. These two guys show up.
You folks know where you are!
Thanks. Yeah, we know. Oh, good. Because we're lost. We've been flying all over these mountains all day long. This is Jerry, I'm Rod. How you doing?
Anyway, one of the guys takes the bike because he thinks he knows the way out of there. So he borrows it. Going to get help. For no reason whatsoever, a big spider shows up. And then we get the title of our movie. Bodies get tossed.
Damn it.
That's right. Damn it.
What the hell is happening?
Is he dead?
That woman Janice we saw earlier is getting chased by somebody with an axe.
Damn it.
Look out.
But didn't hit her, just she collapsed and
Watch your head.
passed out.
I don't know.
What I don't understand is, why doesn't he just come in and get us? We can't defend ourselves.
Well, he's got to be crazy. A raving lunatic. I mean, it's just not human.
Out of nowhere, in the dead of night, a man on a horse rides up with a second horse, a dog, and a dead body. One of the cyclists.
Jerry.
Ask him about Stan.
It's veteran actor Woody
I was
Strode,
a sailor, you know.
and he mumbles a story about a
40
captain on a
years.
ship.
Sailed the Horn 35 times.
God.
as he showed up, he just disappeared then.
Jeez.
And now something's trying to get in.
Rudy?
We'll do something.
Where the hell's Andy?
No. Oh no.
It appears like something invisible is attacking and choking him. And for good measure. And this guy gets it next. And then the movie gets really weird. An old couple shows up in a car. They find a body on the porch. And then we cut away to a house somewhere, or apartment or whatever, and we see a painting of an old sea captain. And I think we're led to believe that it was the ghost of the sea captain that was killing everybody.
We came here when they gave him burial in the ship. Cruel man. Things that run the ships.
Alright, let's talk about the 1981 movie Scream, not to be confused with the 1996 Wes Craven film of the same title. This movie I'd never seen before. I never came across it in video stores when I was a kid. I assume it was available on VHS, but I never came across it. And I picked this up recently from Code Red I don't know where I got it from. Got it from some website. Maybe it was a sale that somebody had. But anyway, it starts out, there's a bunch of, I don't want to say kids rafting, because most of them are like probably 30 years old, maybe a little older, a little younger. There's a couple older people too. They're rafting somewhere in the mountains, and it looks like some sort of California lake or something. And they land in the middle of nowhere, and they come across a ghost town. They decide to spend the night there. And suddenly, one by one, they start getting killed. Somebody kills them all. We don't know who it is. It's very dark in this movie. There's a lot that we can't see what's going on sometimes. But somebody's killing them. And eventually they figure out that something's going on. They band together. They try to stay safe. These two motorcyclists show up the next day, and they're lost themselves. But one of them thinks they can get out of there. So they're trapped there at this point. So they take off on the motorcycles and see if they can go get help, leaving everybody else behind for the killers to start picking them off again one by one. The next night, Woody Strode comes in, the actor Woody Strode, on a horse with a dog, and starts mumbling some story about some ship captain. He was on a boat or something like that. I don't know what the hell he was talking about, but that's what he was talking about. And incidentally, on the back of his horse was the body of one of those motorcyclists, dead. Anyway, then he just disappears off into the night again, and the killer keeps continuing to kill one by one. And then the movie gets really weird at the end there. There was a chase involving this guy named Lou. I don't think he died, but then this old couple showed up, and I don't think we saw them earlier in the film. This old couple showed up. They found some bodies. They looked around a little bit, and then we cut away to an apartment somewhere far away from what's going on, and we see a picture of a sea captain like up on the wall. And then we hear Woody Strode's narration a little bit. I think what we're supposed to be led to believe here is that the ghost of this sea captain has been killing these people. There was one scene that I showed you there where a guy was kind of being stalked on these stairs, and then he fell to his death, where it looked like he was almost being choked by some sort of invisible entity. Now, it was from a point of view of the killer, so we weren't quite sure, but it looked like he was reacting to being choked or something, which we didn't see a hand come in there. So I guess a sea captain ghost was killing the people. I guess. I'm not quite sure. I even looked at IMDb and read some reviews to see if I could figure out what was going on. And they pretty much agreed with me that the ending is muddled and we're not exactly sure what was going on. Ghost of a Sea Captain. I think that's it. But anyway, that is Scream. Again, it was one of these films that I was kind of excited to see because it's an 80s horror movie that I'd never seen before. And the reviews aren't that great. They talk about being slow and boring, and I can kind of see where that would be. Although, to be honest with you, I wasn't bored by it. It's a quick 82-minute film, so it goes by quickly enough. And I wasn't bored throughout, but I was just a little disappointed by the ending because I didn't understand what was happening. There was no big reveal as to who the killer was or something like that. So that was a little odd to me. But there are definitely places where there's long stretches of not a whole hell of a lot happening. But the film is so short that it really didn't matter much to me anyway. No nudity, could have used a little bit of that. A little bit of blood, not a ton. There was some axe killings, and yeah, that is Scream. Strange little film. It was also known as The Outing, not to be confused with the other movie called The Outing about that lamp. I reviewed that one as well, that Aladdin's lamp thing. But anyway, that is it. Put out by Code Red, this Blu-ray. It's hosted by Maria Canales. She did a bunch of those movies, and yeah, that's it. So anyway, check out Scream. Let me know what you think about it, and leave some comments down below. It's Scream! Watch it. Bye.